Hey everybody. Um, it's my favorite part of the day. This is when my wife and my kids are asleep, and most of the chores are done around the house. The chores are never completely done, so I say most of the chores are done, and it's just me up alone with my thoughts. 'Cause you've probably heard me say it before, but I live in a house with a beautiful wife, three beautiful kids, and a mother who bends over backwards to help us all out. So I'm a very lucky man. Now, with that being said, there's not a whole lot of time for just me to be alone with my thoughts. So this is the after midnight, uh, wee hours of the morning type deal. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what being a prepper is to me, what prepping means to me. I see all too often where uh, one person says that another person is wrong for doing what they're doing. Um, well, if they're physically performing a skill wrong, okay, maybe they need to be correct. Maybe there's a better way to do it, and that's all fine and good. Um, I've on a recent silver video that I put up, and I didn't get any negative comments on it, but one particular person said that he thought that bullets would be more valuable than silver, and that's true in certain situations. Um, right now, uh, this this particular piece of silver will buy a whole lot of bullets. So, silver is worth more than bullets right now. Um, but it may not be in the future, depending on what happens. But that's just it. I'm prepping for everything, for anything that might happen. Uh, to give you an idea, a part of what I'm considering my preps, I have a retirement. I have a retirement through the company that I work for, which I have a very good job. I'm fortunate to have it. I have a supplemental retirement, also that's offered through the company that I work for, which I contribute to. Um, that's part of my preps. Because when I get to retirement age, I want to be prepared for my retirement. I also have a college fund through a private investing firm for all three of my kids. I have a fund in each of their names that I contribute to monthly. It's automatically drafted out of my checking account. That's part of my preps. I'm preparing for when they graduate high school, and they may or may not get a scholarship. If they don't get a scholarship, hopefully all of their college is covered. If they do get a scholarship, maybe I'll have to buy them a car or books or housing. You never know what the scholarship's going to cover. I'm preparing for that. I have life insurance. I have life insurance in case something happens to me. My family will have the money to go on, to pay off some of the bills and keep right on trucking. That's real world preps, prepping for real life. This guns, gear, and ammo stuff, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's great to play commando, have all that stuff, but that's not the real world. I'm hoping that it never is. But my point is, you have to prepare for everything. Prepare in case something bad happens, but be prepared in case nothing happens. If life keeps going on and the zombies never take over, well, if you've put all of your money in ammunition, then you don't have a retirement. How are you going to live? You know, if all of your money's tied up in cases of ammo and buckets of beans, and instead of putting money into a retirement, that's what you bought, you're going to be in bad shape. That was not a very savvy retirement plan. Um, Now, on the other hand, if you didn't buy any ammunition and you didn't buy any buckets of beans, and you put everything you had into your retirement, into your 401k plan or whatever it is that you've got, and the stock market crashes the day before you retire, what are you going to do? Again, not a savvy investment. So you have to be prepared for anything that life may throw at you. Whether it be a zombie apocalypse, an economic collapse, solar flare, foreign army invasion, hostile government takeover, whatever your mind can dream up, be prepared for that. You know, be prepared for in case you have, God forbid, an untimely death. What's your family going to do? If instead of buying life insurance, you bought two-way radios and you bought freeze-dried food instead of insurance, that's a bad deal. I'm not telling you to get one or the other. I'm saying it's probably a good idea to get all of it. And it can't happen overnight. You are not going to start right now and then by this time tomorrow say, okay, we're done. We are ready for anything. It is literally a lifelong process. Because if you're investing in the retirement, you're going to do that until the day you retire. Every time you go to the grocery store, you're going to buy an extra bag of rice or an extra bag of beans or however it is that you do it, whatever works for you. But you're going to do that for the rest of your life. Silver. You know, I've seen a lot of negative comments on that. Take all the money out of your 401k and put it in silver. You know, buy precious metals because they're going to hold their value. The stock market's going to crash. Your retirement ain't going to be worth anything. That may be true. You know, in the dollars, I would say losing its value. But to be quite honest, this time last year, I had a knot in my stomach because my retirement took like a 12.5% dip. That was huge. I lost money last year. But this year, I've gained everything back that I've lost, plus some. I'm actually up 7.5% this year. So, yeah, I mean, the market's going to fluctuate. It seems like the dollar may be coming back. It may not be. You know, this may all be an illusion because it's an election year or whatever. But whether it is or isn't, I don't really care. I'm prepared for that. If the retirement goes through or falls through, stock market crashes. I've got silver. You know, and the same thing applies to the kids' college. If they get to that age and the market crashes and they don't have any money in their college fund, you know, maybe I can cash in some of the silver to pay for their college. If it comes to that. And if it doesn't, if I live my entire life and never ever have to use this silver, then I've got something really cool to leave my kids. You know, maybe they'll put it back for hedging against a financial crisis. Who knows? But I'm doing the best, making the best decisions that I can for my family. I'm doing what I think is right. So, just because somebody is continuing to live their life doesn't make them wrong. Life does not stop because you need to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. Okay? You're still faced with retirement. You know, I have health insurance. We with 3 kids, you know, we're in and out of pediatrician's office all the time. You know, we've got checkups, and of course, none of the checkups can all happen at the same time. They've all got to happen at different parts of the year. You know, God forbid we ever have to use our health insurance for anything serious. I hope not, but if we do, I've got it. I know there's people who don't believe in the health insurance. They think it's a stupid investment. Okay, I'm not going to tell anybody that they're wrong. You know, I might pay for this health insurance from now until I retire, and I may never need it for anything other than a doctor's appointment. But I had it. You know, the same applies to all this stuff here. You know, I may put all this money in this stuff and never need it, but I've got it. And I sleep better at night knowing that I've got it. I sleep very well at night knowing that my retirement is well funded. That if something happens and my retirement doesn't work, I've got a backup plan. If food skyrockets through the roof, I've got a backup plan. I can preserve my own food. If, I don't know, communication towers fell and nobody has cell phones, home phones, no internet, you know, I've got a backup plan. I've got backup plans. I've got backup plans. I've got backup plans. My backup plan has a backup plan. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket. It frustrates me to see that. The whole term prepper has gone from this lifestyle that my grandparents and great grandparents had, that wasn't a prepper. It was just a lifestyle. It was a way of life. You spend the summertime cutting up wood and harvesting crops for the wintertime. In the wintertime, you stay warm, you eat what you've harvested, and come springtime, you're starting the process all over again. And all that got lost somewhere through the years, and now prepping is this armed survivalists, nut job, Branch Davidian, Waco, Texas thing. And I really want to see that get separated from prepping. You know, I'm not doing this because I'm afraid that the zombies are going to attack. I'm doing this in case they do, which is far-fetched. I understand that. But I don't believe I can call myself a prepper without being prepared for anything. You know, I don't necessarily believe that in my lifetime that there's not going to be any food on the supermarket shelves, and that the dollar will have absolutely no intrinsic value, which I guess it really doesn't have any intrinsic value, but the point is, I can still go to the store with my dollar bill and buy something, and I think that will always be the case in my lifetime. But I'm preparing for just in case that's not the case. So this video's kind of ran a little bit longer than what I wanted it to, but I hope you understand my point. It's not just about who has the most bullets and who has the most beans and who's got the coolest bug out bag. You know, I've got a nice home. Well, I say it's an older home and it needs some work, but I have a home, and I've got a nice chunk of land here. And in the event that something bad happens, we're going to try to stay right here. In the event that we can't stay right here, we have a backup plan for that. You know, it's not okay, throw on your bug out bag, grab as much ammo as you can, run for the hills. No, it's common sense, you know. Stay right here. If there are no grocery stores, we're going to start planting. We're going to have a garden. Well, we already have a garden, but we're going to expand our garden. We're going to grow things. We're going to harvest. That's what we're going to eat. You know, but if the grocery stores are still here, we're still going to go to the grocery store. I mean, yeah, we supplement our grocery budget by gardening, preserving, you know, but we don't completely rely on that. But we are in a position that if we had to completely rely on that, we can. Everybody in this house of adult age knows how to plant a garden and how to take care of a garden. Um, they may not know every single detail about every single crop, but they know when to plant, when to harvest, how much to water, all that kind of good stuff. Um, so we can do it if we need to. I guess I just get frustrated when I read these comments on good people's channels. Um, maybe they're not good people. I don't know. I've never met any of them personally. They may be jerks in real life. I don't care. The point is that they're making videos that help me and will help somebody else if you just watch them. I don't care if they're the biggest jerk in the world. If they're going to tell me how to do something that's going to help me, I'm going to watch the video. My best friend in the world is the biggest jerk I know. Now, he's not that way to me, but, I can't even hardly go out in public with him because he's going to piss off somebody. And, he's a cop, and he's also a paramedic, so he's got the attitude. But that's just the way it is, He's a jerk. I watch these people's videos who make their videos, and I can tell just by watching that these guys are probably jerks. They probably wake up in the morning wondering who they can piss off today. That's their business. I don't care. I don't care what kind of a person they are. If they're going to make a video that shows me how to start a fire with a tomato and an onion, I'm going to watch it. And if I learn something from it, great. If I don't, okay, I'll move on to the next video. But don't write somebody off just because they're a jerk or because you think they're a jerk. If you quit leaving stupid comments on their channel, maybe you wouldn't even think they were a jerk. Just watch it. If you don't like it, move on. But again, just my humble opinion for whatever it's worth. So take this video for whatever it's worth, and maybe you'll take something away from it. But I just do not believe that prepping is about bullets and beans. It's about every single day, real life, common sense stuff. Prep for your retirement. Prep for your medical emergencies. Prep with life insurance. Prep with food. Prep with putting bullets back. Prep with some gardening and some antibiotics and, some silver or precious metals or something like that. Just encompass all aspects of prepping. Really think about the word prepping if you want to call yourself a prepper. And I guess that's about all I have to say about that. I hope this video makes sense to somebody. Maybe it'll provoke some thought, which is all I really want to do to begin with. But watch, learn, and do whatever you can do. Just don't not do something because you think something's going to happen a certain way. Don't take all the money out of your retirement plan because you think the stock market's going to crash. Okay? If it doesn't, you just look like an ass. Sorry for the language, but you did. So, anyway, I hope everybody has a good, well, I guess it's Friday now. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'd love to hear some feedback on this. I don't even know if I'm on the right track with y'all or not. I don't know if I have the reputation or the clout to even be making a video like this, but it's something that's really been kind of nagging at me, and I really thought I needed to put it out. So, prep for everything. And it's not don't stress about it. One piece at a time. If I can help anybody in any way, do not hesitate to leave a comment, ask a question, send a PM. I'll do whatever I can to help. So, if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you sticking with me. I know this went long, a lot longer than I wanted to. So, I'll let y'all get to it, and I'll get back to taking care of my end. So, thanks a lot. Talk to y'all later.